Hey, this is Phil Williams. I'm founder of the Global Wisdom Project, and I was just going to tell a story about something that happened to me when I was 25, and I guess it's about career, fall into the career category. I was working in independent film, and I was working for a producer in New York, and we were working on a film that was to take place in Maine, and we went up to Maine with location. And I had just quit my job. I was working, had been working on Wall Street, and I was totally burned out from that, and I didn't want to go back, but I didn't know what else to do, really, and I always had a passion for film. And so I had kind of joined this crew. And it was fun, it was great, it was a real education for me. And we were up there, but I was still sort of, thinking, what am I doing? This is crazy, I should be out, looking for a real job, what do people say? And so we were on location, and we were on this island, and we had to keep going back and forth between the island and the mainland for supplies, for cars that we were using in the shoot and different kinds of things. And at the end of the day, the last ferry was leaving the island. It was probably 5:30 or something like that. And this is in May, so or maybe it was sometime around sunset. And I was running to catch the ferry, and I was late, and I was just about to miss it. And I, ran down to where the docks are. I was, totally sweating anyways. And I ran into the general store just to get like a lemonade. And I grabbed a Nantucket Nectar lemonade, and randomly from the convenience store there. Paid for it, made the ferry, and it was just a nice 15 minutes or something back to the mainland, and I was just alone, so I wasn't constantly around people, and the sun was setting, and it was just this great moment. And I opened up the Nantucket Nectar, and underneath it they have little sayings underneath the cap, and my cap said, Phil Williams has excellent rhythm. And that's my name, Phil Williams, but I'm looking around I thought it was a total joke. But I still remember the story clearly many, many years after, because it was just one of those things that sometimes things happen in your world. It probably was, completely, a lot of people are named Phil Williams, number one, but I think anytime you have a moment of serendipity, a moment of coincidence, we do, it does become symbolic. And there was something symbolic about that moment. And it just was funny. And but it did change my trajectory in a way of where I was going in life. Because I actually ended up moving out to LA for film. And I worked in a variety of different areas of film for a while. But it may have been that moment that said, you know what, I'm not going back to to Wall Street for some time, and need to explore life and take opportunities where they are. Thanks.